For today's lesson, we're going to continue our study of the English language by watching a video on how Greek has influenced the English language. It's a YouTube video that I used TED-Ed to reformat it and include questions at the end. After watching the video, we're going to discuss cognates because many words came from Greek to Latin and then into Spanish and English. By identifying cognates, we can broaden our vocabulary in the English language. How'd you guys enjoy the video? I really enjoy watching LangFocus's videos on languages. They're easy to follow, very logical, and the illustrations are great. But for today's lesson, we're testing your listening skills. Later on, we'll be testing your speaking skills. So we're going to answer a few questions as a group to determine our comprehension on the video. You guys ready? Okay. Most Greek words that enter English are via Latin and then which language? You guys know this from some of our prior learning, but they mention it in the video. Raise your hand. Carlos? Yes, French, exactly. We discussed it in the video. Okay. Photo is the Greek word for Maria? Yes, light. It's the Greek word. Photo is a Greek word for light. Graphy is the Greek word for Tommy? Yes, to write. Actually meant, what did they say in the video? Yes, to scrape. Because back in the old days, they would actually scrape words into a stone tablet. But it's to write. Okay. Do another one. So far, so good. Phobia. Phobia. It's a Greek word for, we use this a lot in everyday language nowadays. Anyone? Jesus? Yes, fear. Fear. Phobia is fear. To have fear of something is a phobia. Next one. Tele. Tele. I'll write up on the board. Tele is the Greek word for Juan. Yes, distance. At a distance or far. Because we have words like television. To view something that was made far away. Telephone. Speak far away. Okay. The next one is a discussion question. Do you think knowing the understanding of the origin of the English language really helps native Spanish speakers learn English easier or quickly or more effectively? This is a group discussion. Maria. Yes, and I agree with that. Because if you know where the words come from, you can identify many of the words that have the same origin of Spanish. You can identify, then, cognates. Or in Spanish, cognados. Cognates. And that's what we're going to study afterwards. If you understand that many of those words originated from the same Greek or Latin or Greek to Latin, then it broadens your vocabulary. And then you'll be in those situations where you're not real sure of what the word is in English, so you take a stab at it, take a guess. And it's worked for me learning Spanish, where I just didn't know what the word was in Spanish, and I thought of the English word and tried to make it sound like a Spanish word, and I was right most of the time. So anybody else have a comment on that last question? When do you think learning the origin of the English language has helped you learn English? And that's what the theme of this week is. Okay, go ahead, Jesus. Also, you have used some of this knowledge in the past to identify words. And there's a really long list that we'll be covering later on. Okay, next we'll move on to practicing our cognates. Now we're going to discuss cognates, practice cognates. I'm going to pronounce a few, and then each student is going to have an opportunity to practice and speak at least one cognate. But before that, I just want to do a quick review on cognates. There's perfect, near perfect, and false. Today, we're just going to do the perfect and the near perfect. Then, at a later time, we'll talk about the false cognates. Remember what a cognate is. It's spelled the same, or nearly the same, with the same definition in English and in Spanish. So, guys, look over at the television screen. These are perfect. Look at these. These are called perfect cognates because the words are identical. See, admirable, animal. I'll say it again, animal. Base, brutal, cable, cancer. See the only difference is in the Spanish they have the accent mark. Carbon, carton, central. These are perfect. That Czech is the British spelling of Czech. You know, in American we go C-H-E-C-K. Civil. Conductor. Considerable. You guys want me to do a few more? Okay, I'll do a few more. Crisis. Crisis. Debate. Debate. Now I'll let you guys. Okay, we're going to start in row 1 with Maria and work our way down each row. And everybody pick a word that you feel comfortable with. If you want to do more than one, you're more than welcome to. And if you're comfortable with one of the words up on the screen, that's good. Otherwise, I'll scroll down. Okay, Maria, your turn. You like any of these words? Okay, I'll scroll. Correct. Division. Division. Would you like to try another one? Your choice. Yes, drama. Very, very similar. Okay. Hector, your turn. Yeah, you picked a hard one. Editorial. Editorial. Okay.